All right, guys, today I want to talk to you about the importance of keeping your mental strong during your games in order to improve your win rate, obviously your KDA, and overall just to make you have a better time and experience in the game. And also something I've been very infatuated with and very interested in my whole life, my whole gaming career, for lack of a better word, is that the importance of seeing how keeping your mental strong in game also correlates and transposes to your real life scenarios. So, I mean, basically what I'm trying to say is keeping a strong mental is important in your life. I mean, the word is right there. Mental has to do with your mind, your well-being, what is the health of your mind? How able are you able to deal with toxic trolls in lobbies? What do you feel like? Do you have horrible emotions well up in you when someone starts to rage and comms, or is playing badly and is like tanking the team, sabotaging the team? Maybe someone just disconnects on accident for a couple of minutes. Does it affect your mental to a place where you are now playing more poorly? Because I mean, we all have this on one level or another, but it is a huge spectrum. And it's very important to get a grasp of this if you want to win more games. And I mean, it's pretty safe to say the average person wants to win more games. Even the most casual player who doesn't really care that much about getting a huge win streak is still going to typically have a better time winning the game, especially if you're playing competitive or ranked games. The general consensus is yes, you're going to want to win those games, and you're going to want to know how to win more games. So say you're in a lobby, for example, and there are 6 people hovering duelist, because everyone wants to play the duelist and be the flashy player, and do all the damage, and I don't know, whatever it is. You'll see this a lot in lower elo lobbies where people will be super stubborn and they will not switch their character because they're thinking, well, if they're not going to change, why should I? If they're not going to change, why should I? If they're not going to change their character and play tank or strategist for the better of the team, then I'm not going to. And I'm just going to tank the whole team and we're going to lose this game because they're being stubborn, not me. And that is one example of really poor mental that you will not see happen in higher elo games. There's a reason why people in higher elos are winning more games, and it's not just because they have some crazy flick accuracy, or they're lucky, or they're just super good physically at the game. Trust me, I've seen this a lot in League of Legends, for example. I played a lot of League, and I mean, it's a very common knowledge that people in Challenger, Diamond, whatever it is, the higher echelon of the elos have better mental. You would be amazed at how many games. Let me put it this way. After playing in Diamond lobbies, or, even say Gold or Platinum or Emerald, and so this is League, the higher elos. After playing there, and then say I get on a Smurf and play in Bronze with my friends who aren't as high rank, I'm trying to help them out, allegedly. One of the things I noticed for sure is that how quickly people give up in lower elo games because their mental isn't strong enough. As soon as maybe they die once in lane, even maybe they die once in lane, or let's talk about rivals. Maybe you get killed once or twice really quickly in the beginning of a match. Lower elo people will just mentally give up. You'll see this so often. And they'll stay in the game, sure, they'll be running around shooting, but mentally they're checked out, and you can see it in their gameplay, and you can usually hear it in their comms too, because they want a perfect game, and everything to go their way. Otherwise, they just can't mentally handle it. If you want to win games, you need to be able to roll with the punches and mold to whatever is happening. And back to the pick ban phase, what I was talking about, you need to be able to, see, okay, this person here, like these people you need to take accountability for getting your wins. If they're not going to change characters and there's 5 duelists just locked in and they're not going to switch, put it on yourself to pick up, be a vanguard or be a strategist or do whatever it is, even if it's not the pick, ban, phase thing that's best for your team to get the win. And during your games, let me drink some water real quick. During your games, it's like a muscle, right? Like push-ups increase your upper body strength, same as in the game. You can build the muscle of your mental, and you will see your win rate skyrocket. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. And your mental will also affect the rest of the team, especially in situations where you're using comms. Even if it's just over text, you'd be amazed how many lobbies where I'm the worst player in the lobby. And this can be on any game, right? Any competitive game. I know I'm the worst person in the lobby just because I'm not the best player, right? But you'd be amazed how many games I've won just from keeping the morale of the team high, keeping people happy. You don't have to be too crazy with it, but maybe you just kind of note when someone makes a good play. You kind of commend them. You keep their morale high, or they make a mistake. You say, "Hey, no worries. Let's focus on this next objective." It can be all kinds of things that you do this in, and you can do it in your own way. There's no one right way to do this, but you don't want to be, for sure, you don't want to be the person who dies twice early, checks out mentally, gives up. Now you're not even really a player on your team anymore. And maybe even worse, you're flaming your teammates. Okay. You're angry. You're sitting still typing or talking on your microphone instead of playing. Because in the moment you may be angry and you want to condemn, your allies for making a bad play. But at the end of the day, you want the win. You want to see your rank go up. That's why you're doing this. Let's be honest. Okay. You want to get good scores. And I mean, that's more worth it at the end of the day than getting some good jab or quip in on an ally who you disagree with. Okay. And look, at the end of the day, we're a bunch of computer playing or whatever, video game playing nerds with, on average, probably lower social skills than the average person who's out being who knows what. You know what I mean? So you have to be ready for this. Be the stronger person in the lobby, and you will see your win rate rise. I mean, you don't even have to be some like crazy Mother Teresa, right? Just be at least neutral. At least be neutral. Don't be toxic and like yelling out profanities, putting people down. I mean, sure, yeah, you can and there's ways to get in jokes, and like you can actually make fun of bad plays, and for people, you can do this in a joking manner without totally tanking the team and being coming across as like a totally toxic person. Trust me. I mean, I think you know what I'm talking about. Like, this isn't rocket science, but it's something that you have to practice. And look, I'm no saint. I definitely have gotten chat banned in multiple games, multiple times for things I've said. Maybe, we all have bad days or whatever. But at the end of the day, you want to do your best to win games. And in order to do that, you want to have good mental. So back to what I was saying earlier, this translates to your everyday life, how you treat the game and the people in the game more often than not is going to correspond to your everyday life as well. I'm sure people compartmentalize, and you might say, oh, I troll people in the game, but I would never do that to my family or my friends. And that's huge credit to that. I mean, I think that's true for a lot of people in a lot of ways, but also not for some people, Anyways, there is a strong correlation to how you are able to treat people in the game. And you might be able to see, hey, if you are able to keep your mental strong in the game and you notice it taking an effect on your win rate and your gameplay, and you're just having a better time in general, you would be surprised that, you'll see it correspond to other parts in your life. Maybe it's something at work and, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. I think you know what I'm saying. So let me just I'm watching highlights here. So let me finish my point. Keep a good mental, for your own sake, for the sake of the team, and if for nothing else, to win more games, okay? Because nothing takes a game faster than a troll that has a domino effect, and then all of a sudden you have 4 people yelling at each other and nothing is getting done. You know, learn a couple other champions, play the champion you didn't hope you play the champion you know, your second most wanted to play champion. I can't talk right now, but you know what I mean. It will make a huge difference, I promise you, and it's for the best of the gaming community. We all need it, so please just work on it. Yeah, just do it.